Hello, Munchie Mafia. Welcome to my kitchen. So it looks like we've got Captain Brian so far, and now we got a echo now. Thank you. I don't know why it keeps doing that, but anyway, hello, Captain Brian. Let's see who else shows up. And we have my sous chef, Winston, right here. I think he's going to be helping us. Let's see. And there's our trusty Timmy, who is working the cameras, and Food Boat's here, and so is Viper. Hello, guys. Hello, hello, hello. So there's no pre-live prep on this one because it's too simple. I'm just too lazy. Anyway, so we are making biscuits and gravy. So we're going to start with the biscuits. Now, I do mine a little bit different. I don't, lay them out and then stamp them out with thingies. I'm just, it's just one of those things that just doesn't need to happen. So, let's see here. So one of the things about biscuits is that you got to use real butter. God, that song just keeps going on and on and on and on. Is there a way to turn that off? The music coming from the dishwasher. Okay, so anyway, shout outs. Gotta have our shout outs. So we got Food Boat in the house, Captain Brian, and then there's also Polish Cha Cha Fishing, and Mason Hefner, and Alfred Montaner of the Chit Show. Go to my links on my channel. You'll find them, and just go and visit them. And poor Derek of the Food Boat hasn't eaten all day, so he has to watch me make biscuits. All right, so you have to start with very cold butter. So it's about 1/3 of a cup of butter. Now, there's all these people that say, "Oh yeah, you gotta put it through a shredder and do all this other stuff and whatnot." No, you don't have to do that. So take the butter, and we're going to cut it into very small pieces. And the reason why is because all this butter, it's not really a lot of butter. I'm probably going to put a little bit more because you can never have too much butter. Actually, you can, but a little bit extra goes a long way. The butter, what it'll do is it will help to make that all nice and fluffy and stuff. And it will just taste so damn good. So what we need is 2 cups of all-purpose flour. If you're using self-rising flour, you're gonna want to not put all this other stuff in there. So the difference between that is that it's got stuff in there to make the flour rise. Okay, so now we got that. Butter. Let's put that right there for right now. And put that over there because we're going to need that later. Now we're going to need buttermilk. Now, if you cannot find buttermilk, which Timmy could not find yesterday when he went to the store, or no, a couple days ago when he went to the store, you can always just use milk or heavy cream. So 2 cups of flour, and then we're going to want 3/4 of a cup of buttermilk. I've already pre-stirred this, so it's just a beautiful thick buttermilk. Had to go over to Fred Meyer for it. So now we're going to take that, We're also going to need a 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda and 1 tablespoon of baking powder. We're going to mix that in to the buttermilk. I also have my salt in there too because I'm dirtying up way too many dishes. Seems like every time I do a live, it's like, oh, get off the stove! Oh my god! Dumb cat. Um, every time I do a live, it seems like I'm dirtying up half of the dishes in the kitchen. And so we're just going to stir that up so that it's all mixed together. Now, next, we are going to just basically dump that in there into the bowl with the flour. Okay, there we have it. There's that. Okay, I don't like things stuck to my hands. I don't know why that is, but the way things get stuck under my fingernails when even though I cut all my fingernails off for the most part, I always end up with stuff under there, and it just feels gross to me. So I'm gonna put some gloves on because we're gonna mix this by hand. You do not use a mixer for this because what will happen is that those little things of butter are going to break apart, and then you're going to end up with smudgy butter, and that's not what helps your biscuits get all nice and tall. So it needs the moisture and the fat. So break it all up as best as you can. What I like to do is I like to cut my butter up ahead, put it in the freezer, or separate it like that. Toss the little pieces in some flour, and then put it in the freezer for a bit. So they create little pockets, and that's what makes them so good. Somebody was mentioning to me earlier today that they just can't seem to make a decent biscuit. And another person said they couldn't make they tried so many recipes for gravy, and it just wasn't working out for them. So mine is not a typical Southern recipe. So I live in Washington State. I was born and raised in Seattle. This is my version of biscuits and gravy. And any breakfast place that's worth a shit is going to have a decent biscuit and gravy. And a lot of the places they buy their biscuits already pre-made and they're frozen in a big box, and then they got the number 10 cans of country gravy, and no, that's no fun at all. So we want our oven to be preheated to 450 degrees. This should not take long at all. So you do not want to overmix. We just want it mixed up just enough so that it binds. Do not squish your butter. And this is going to look like a mealy mess for a little bit, so just bear with it. You'll see the magic happen in just a short. So I like to just go in and just tickle the butter, just like that. Oh, yeah, I wonder what Teresa's up to tonight. Has anybody seen her? I haven't seen her all day. Hello, Teresa. Are you there? I don't think she's here. Maybe she's chasing the chihuahuas around. Okay, so see how it's kind of a mealy mess? This is why, you gotta really get that to bind up a little bit. So you're gonna squeeze it, but you're not gonna squeeze it too hard. You're not gonna mix it too hard. So you end up with a mess. And they're just going to be little pucks of sadness. We don't want pucks of sadness. We want fluffy biscuits of beautiful flavor. So just kind of work it around. They're a little piranha keet. Cindy Lou Who. It's just been having a blast today. She's really growing up fast. We've only had her for a week, but it just seems like she's grown. She's so cute. Okay, so now we got this log. This is how I do my biscuits. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll just make a thing and just call it a day, but I'll squish it down a little bit. Now we're going to get our cookie sheet, Mr. Cookie Sheet. Now again, the key is to not overwork your dough. You're not making scones. Scones is another story. These are biscuits. American biscuits. Okay, so there we go. Got a nice log here. And I just go in, cut in half, and cut each half into thirds. So we end up with 6. And I'd say they're about an inch thick. So now we just kind of lay it there, press it down a little flat. This one's going to be a big one because it's not the end piece. There we go. Just like so. Just like so. And then that one. That's a dinky one. The dinky ones are for me because they're just a little smaller. Okay, so there we go. That's that. That's that right there. Next. Okay, so our oven has preheated, but we don't want to get that started just yet because we want to make sure that we get all of our other stuff done. So, oh, and there's scrambled eggs involved with this because I'm just in a biscuits and gravy kind of mood today, or this week. I've just been craving it. So there's our onion. Crappy onion. Just bought this today. What the hell? That's off now. Now I'm pissed. I think I have a hate fest with Fred Meyer right now. That's crappy onion. All right, get rid of it. All right, so I like onion in mine. And because the core was kind of rusty, didn't smell bad or anything like that. Just I don't want a rusty onion. How that happened was that the onions froze somehow in transit. So I'm just going to go in. This is not the typical way to dice an onion, okay? So don't judge me. Tomorrow I go back to work. Had a lovely 3 days off, just hanging out and decompressing, and that sweet and sour shrimp was really, really delicious. Timmy got heartburn from it. It was a little on the spicy side, probably, or at least for him. So they also had some asparagus on special, so I had to buy some of that. So we're gonna show you a little trick to that one. Um, okay, so onions. Yeah. Okay. Ouch. All right, baby dog, you got to move out of the way. Okay, so going to dump our onions right into the pot. Oh. Sorry. Pick some garlic because I love garlic. I think you guys already know that by now. I say that every single time. It's like any time I have a chance to stick garlic in something, it's gonna happen. I want my hands smell like garlic. Alrighty. Mr. Sous Chef is behind us. Alright. Take that little knot off the end. And again, I don't like to mince mine because I like nice big pieces. And besides the smaller, hey, come on, let go of my sweatshirt. Poor little Winnie, he's having some problems. He's like, but I want to be fed first. You guys didn't feed us first. We're starving to death. Why would you do this to us? Make me do tricks and then you don't feed me? Really? I'm gonna crap on your pillow. He's got such an attitude. Anyway, the more minced your garlic gets, the more of the oils in the garlic gets released on your cutting board. Come on, let go of my sweatshirt. Like, Mom, you haven't fed us in a week. Like, BS, man. You got fed like 3 hours ago. At least in human time. Okay. All right, so there we go. Oops. So we don't want to quite add that just yet. All right. Regular curly parsley. Just regular curly parsley. My grandma used to put parsley in hers. It's actually my grandmother's recipe. Well, kind of, sort of. She didn't put all the other stuff in it that I do. But you'll soon see why mine is not a typical Southern recipe. All right, there's that. All right, so now we're going to come over to the stove. I'm going to move my pan out of the way. Get that out of the way. That's my garbage bowl. Garbage bowl right there. And I gotta get a daddy spat. All right, so where's my oil? There it is. Okay, so oil in the pot and turn it on. I'm gonna let that dance around and get happy. And then the other ingredient that we're gonna put in it is, I don't know if that's upside down. Is that upside down? Jimmy Dean maple pork sausage roll. It's just a pound of sausage. I like the maple one in mine. And this, I don't care what anybody says, fucking Jimmy Dean is awesome. So, cut that open and set that over here. Let's see. Get that out of there. Get that over here. Now you know what, I'm going to do that instead. And where is it there? Crown maple syrup. I'll just put just a little smidge of maple syrup in mine. Seems weird, but just go with it, man. Just go with it. Hello, Tiger. The girls cooked again, huh? Where's my onesies? Where's my onesie girls? Onesie girls. Okay, so back to the stove. Just waiting for paint to dry. They're washing their damn dishes. Okay. What did they cook? That's the question. All right, now we got some singing happening in the pot. Taco mac and cheese baked. Oh, I love taco mac and cheese. I love it, love it, love it, love it. Curious to see how theirs looked. And if you tell me it's Kraft or Velveeta with a bunch of taco seasoning in it, I'm gonna come down there and spank y'all. Please tell me that's not what's in it, Tiger. From scratch. Cool. I love mac cheese. Mac and cheese is the bomb. We're gonna put it over here. You supervised. All right. We got more singing in the pan. And my goofy cat is jumping up on the ledge, trying to figure out how to get over to the parsley for some stupid reason. All right. So, no, 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 no. Down. No. I give up. So, on Derek's channel and Andy's channel, Menorcan Mullet, I think there was, no, wait a minute, I think it was all on the Menorcan. On the Menorcan Mullet page, Andy they had a shrimping competition over the weekend. You should go check it out. It's pretty intense. How many hours did that go on, Derek? Yeah, duct tape the cat. Yeah, exactly. He's just so goofy. He's just staring at me, giving me the stink eye right now. He's like, I know you're cooking something delicious over there, Mom. I want some. No, you don't. This is onions. Okay, so now our onions are nice and pretty. So now we're going to just take the maple sausage and dump it right on in there. And we're not going to drain out the sausage grease, because that's where all the money is. We got to have the money. Money, 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 money. Okay. There we go. Next, I need a towel. Yeah, you smell sausages, don't you? All right, so now we're going to just get the sausage all nice and happy. Hi, Mean Girl. So, Mean Girl, remember that sausage gravy recipe you were asking me for a while back? Well, this is it right here. That's what we're making. No, Winston. Winnie, down. Don't make me drop you on your head. He thinks that he can come over here and cook because he does have opposable thumbs with an extra thumb. Um, that's his superpower. Yeah, exactly. One of my favorite things is to um, use country sausage gravy as a burger dip. We'll get like a burger dip on a French roll, and if they have a good sausage gravy, I'll order that on the side and alternate between the au jus and the country gravy. It's so good. And this is really doing really well. So at the bottom of the pan, we got some nice little mealy bits. Do we remember what that was called, anybody? The mealy bits at the bottom of the pan when you're browning stuff? Let's see if we remember the French culinary term for that. Anybody? All the nice stuff there. Let's see if we remember. Yes, fond. That's correct, onesie women. It's the fond. Osec is something else. Osec is when you take a liquid and you put it into the pan, deglaze the pan, like wine or beer or whiskey or whatever, and you wait for it to reduce till the pan is almost dry. So that's Osec. So yes, this is the bits of goodness. This is the bottom of the pan. Now, what makes my sausage gravy a lot different than everybody else's is that I actually deglaze the pan with cognac. I know it's not in the shopping list. It's entirely up to you. You can just, splash a little bit of water in there. But before we do that, we want to add our garlic. So now we have our garlic in there. And we're going to let that mosey on in there and create some little bits of flavor and marry itself with the fond at the bottom of the pan. If you jump up there, you're going to get neutered for the third time. Yeah, I thought so, bud. You back off there. Hey, Oyster. Munchy Mafia is in the house tonight. We got 10 people in live chat right now. I'm missing somebody. Maybe we got a lurker or two. That's okay. They don't have to speak up if they don't want. All right. Winnie? No. God, I don't know what. It's got to be the full moon or something. All the animals have just been acting crazy. Speaking of crazy, where's our puppy? Right there? Okay. Probably eating my tennis shoe. Okay. That little thing's got some sharp little teeth, man. Okay, so now our garlic is really starting to smell nice and pretty in here with that maple sausage. So the only good that I can think of for Hennessy is for cooking. Put a little bit in there, just a smidge. And we're going to move that around a little bit here and there. So there's really not a lot of fat in here. But that's okay because we're going to add some fat. We're going to add some butter. Now people say, well, what's the difference between salted and unsalted butter? One has salt, one does not. That's pretty much it. So you always, if you use salted butter, taste your stuff before you add more salt because you can never subtract. You can always add and adjust. So now I'm just gonna move this around and let it do its thing. And this is my one pot wonder. We're actually gonna make the roux in the pot with all the other goodies. Hi, Cindy Lou Who. Hello, baby. She's our little chicken nugget. She's running around in her little denim jacket. Oh, she has all that. And a bag of chips, too, huh? Yeah. So now she's laying at my feet. You know, Tibetan Spaniels are funny that way. They're so cat-like in so many ways. But, you know, out of all the dogs in the world, it's like there's very few dogs that have those beautiful expressive eyes. And there's only a few of them. And some of them just look at you and it's like they're staring deep into your soul. And Tibetan Spaniels are one of them. I'm sure that somebody's going to hate me for saying that. Oh, but my dog is beautiful. He's got expressive eyes. He's not a Tibetan Spaniel. I do not say that Tibetan Spaniels were the only ones. All right, so we put in 4 ounces of butter. So now, does anybody remember how much goes in a roux? If there's 4 ounces of butter, how much do we put? 4 ounces is equivalent to a half of a cup, by the way. All right. Now we're going to add our flour in there. Let it do its thing. This really smells delicious. Yeah, I know. I'm about ready to say it. Smell-o-vision. We need smell-o-vision. We really do. They cheated on my question? Oh, no. But they remembered it, so, you know, that's a good thing. Okay, so now we're gonna just let that flour rest and relax a little bit. If you have celiac, you can use other things like arrowroot or potato starch or cornstarch. I would recommend potato starch. So it's starting to also create more mealy bits at the bottom of the pan. So we're going to actually deglaze it a second time. Let's creating that skin. So, a little splashy splash, maybe a little more. All right. All those southern people are like, there's no cognac. It's that, and there's also no maple syrup. So I usually put in about a tablespoon of maple syrup. Do not use the pancake syrup because that's like anywhere from 1 to 5% actual maple. The rest of it's high fructose corn syrup. So now we're going to hit it with our milk. So 4 ounces of roux to about 4 cups of milk should just about do it. You can always add, but can't subtract. So there we have that. I'm going to turn the temperature down. And what is a sausage gravy without pepper? Add that to it. But also, what else are we going to put in there? Because I am a whore for Old Bay. Smidge of Old Bay. So now we're going to let it do its thing. All right, let's wait on the milk for a moment just to make sure. Let's see here. What else am I doing? Oh, biscuits. All right, puppy, you need to move out of the way. Move out of the way. Go on. Go that way. Go that way. I know. There's another rug over there. Oh, I broke the puppy. She's just laying there. Okay, so we're gonna put the biscuits in 450 degrees, 10 to 12 minutes. I'm sorry. We're gonna go 11 because my oven's a little goofy. All right, so now we're gonna just let it do its thing. Just a little bit more. And I can feel that, the stuff at the bottom is starting to break free right now. And yeah, it's really starting to, oh, feeding my sweatshirt. Must have put my spoons away. Always taste. All right. Yes, he is still supervising. Worried about all the deer. What deer? Hey, don't eat that. I feel like I got a toddler running around the house. Don't put that in your mouth. Don't eat that. Get your hand out of your brother's diaper. WTF, what is that all over the wall? Yeah. All right, so there we go. We're starting to thicken. Then we're going to take a look and see if we need to add a little bit more milk. I like to use whole milk in mine. Something tells me I'm going to have to use a little bit more. Let's take a look and see how it's looking. Yeah, it's not lumpy. It's not quite there yet. definitely needs more salt. If I say it needs more salt, then it definitely needs more salt. So, but also keep in mind that we're going to also be making some eggs as well. So, we don't want to go too overboard with the salt. The stuff I seen smeared on the walls at work, I'll just leave that there. Yeah. Sometimes I wonder, when you're dealing with old people that are, 80 plus years in age and have dementia, some of the weirdest shit sometimes, man. Smearing poop all over the toilet seat, all over the mirror, wiping it all over the floor. Can't help themselves, but it's just sad. I do not want to get to be that age. Okay, so I'm going to start dumping the parsley in there. The reason why I put parsley in mine is because I like to add color. I like colorful things. Oh, and now we're going to need to find the aluminum foil. Come on. Oh, I need a kitchen remodel so bad. Okay, so oops. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take the foil. I'm going to make a little pouch. I'm going to put the asparagus in it. I'm going to pitch it in the oven when the timer gets to about 7 or 8 minutes. So we're going to lay that there. I'm going to take this butter that we had left over. There's a couple tablespoons left. And we're just going to dot it right there like so. Grab this, grab that, let it do its thing. So we got oh shoot, 7 minutes left. Okay, so we're just gonna pitch that in there like so. Let it do its thing. I know. Who eats asparagus for breakfast? Well, I would. I would eat it every day. Okay, so now we're back to our sausage gravy. I'm gonna give it another taste. A little bit more salt. Now it's up to you if you want to put a little bit of the maple syrup in there. I like it. Kind of gives it a little bit more character. Okay, so there we go. Our gravy should be done. Different spoon. Don't want to double dip. Oh, God, so good. So good. Okay. So a while back, I bought this pan, and it's one of those copper pans that's non-stick, and it's got some goofy coating on it, and I think I've had it for about 6 or so years now, maybe 5 years. And I wanted to see just how